Hi, I'm Joni Patry, and welcome to our Get Astrologic Now YouTube channel. And today I want to talk about the Mahapurusha yogas in a chart. Maha means big, and Purusha means man. So these are the great yogas of men. And what that means is these yogas are extraordinarily powerful. When you have one of these yogas, that planet becomes exemplified in your life. It's who you are. So what this means is that planet is all powerful. So let me talk about each Mahapurusha yoga. And what the Mahapurusha yogas are five. There's five of them. So with that means that it's either Mercury, Venus, Mars, Jupiter, or Saturn. These are the only planets that can be in a Mahapurusha yoga. The sun and the moon do not count. They're not a part of this. So let's talk about if you have Mercury in a Mahapurusha yoga. This is called the Bhadra yoga. And to have a Bhadra yoga, that means you must have Mercury in its own sign or exalted in an angle. Remember, all of these Mahapurusha yogas mean that you must have these planets either exalted or in their own sign. That's the first priority. And then when they're placed in an angle, that means this is it. You've got the Mahapurusha yoga. But let's go over individually how you can have this in your chart. So Bhadra yoga means Mercury must be in the signs of either Gemini or Virgo. And that's it, because Virgo is both its own sign and its exaltation sign. And it means that if you have Mercury in either of those signs, it must be in houses either the 1st, 4th, 7th, or 10th. Then you have Bhadra yoga, and everything that Mercury is about is exemplified or stamped on your forehead. Intelligence, learning, information, communication skills that are incredible. Actually, Bill Gates has a Bhadra yoga, Mercury in Virgo in the 4th house, and look what he does. He's created the internet and computers, well, computers per se, and informational based. This is what he's given to the world. So the next Mahapurusha yoga is going to be with Venus, and it's called a Malavaya yoga. And Malavaya means you must have Venus in its own sign or exalted in an angle. So that means Venus must be in either Taurus, Libra, or Pisces. And it has to be in one of the angles in either houses 1, 4, 7, or 10. If you have Malavaya yoga, that means Venus is who you are. You're Miss Venusian, you're creative, you're beautiful, you're charming, you're graceful, and you have social skills. This is all a part of the creative aspect of Venus being beauty. If you have Mars in an angle and in its own sign or exalted, you have a Ruchaka yoga. So that means Mars must either be in Capricorn or Aries or Scorpio. Capricorn being its exaltation, Aries and Scorpio, the signs that Mars rules. If you have this, then Mars must be in an angle, houses 1, 4, 7, or 10. And this means Mars energy is exemplified in your life. You'll be athletic, you'll be energetic, you'll be driven, you'll be competitive, you'll be a warrior. And that can be a good thing, especially if you're a spiritual warrior. So that's Mars in the Ruchaka yoga. If you have Jupiter exalted or in its own sign in an angle, this is called a Hamsa yoga. And this means Jupiter must be in either its sign of rulership, which is Sagittarius, or in Pisces, and its sign of exaltation, which is in Cancer. So if you have Jupiter in any of those three signs, and it's in the angular houses, the Kendras, 1, 4, 7, or 10, you have the Hamsa yoga, which means intelligence, philosophical, spiritual, a teacher, a guru. All of Jupiter's qualities become exaggerated and a part of who you are, your presence. And the last of these Mahapurusha yogas is going to be when Saturn is exalted or in its own sign in an angle, which is called the Sasha Yoga. So this means Saturn must be in its exaltation sign of Libra, or that it can be in Capricorn or Aquarius, which are the signs that Saturn rules. And that means that Saturn must be in either the 1st, 4th, 7th, or 10th house. And when you have a Sasha Yoga, this can mean you can be very controlling at times because you've got to have everything in order. You've got your discipline, your focus. You are always about structure in form of things, and you will be pretty anal retentive about keeping things precise and being a perfectionist and orderly. So with that, this is very important that you note these things within the charts that you're looking at, because this is the big picture. This is who a person is. Don't miss these Mahapurusha yogas in a chart. So with this, I'd like to close. And if you need more information or a reading, you can always go to my website, which is galacticcenter.org. Thank you.